Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited that you're back again to have a chat with little old me. If you're new to the channel, hey guys, my name is Kaizen. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn your notification bell on so you know every time I drop some new content. And if you're an oldie but a goodie, hey girl, hey! Okay guys, so let's get right into today's video. So you guys seem to like this free-flowing conversational kind of video, so I decided to do yet another one for you. And today I wanted to dispel a couple of natural hair myths that really just grate my nipples. And the reason why I say they grate my nipples is because at the back of them just a whole lot of admin and BS is associated with them, which makes the natural hair journey not what it should be. Before I get started, if you're a natural hair Nazi, if you belong to the natural hair community and you believe that you hold the Bible for natural hair, please exit my video. If you want to be mean and nasty, please exit my video. If you disagree nicely in the comments below, but I always want to make it a point to say that there is no one in this world who knows your hair better than you. There is no naturalista, there's no natural hair influencer that can tell you what to do with your hair except for you. No one knows your hair better, guys. So it's great to come onto our videos and support our channels with your love and your support, which honestly I really appreciate. But I'm starting to get a little bit ticked off by people idolizing natural hair influencers and doing exactly what natural hair influencers say, not getting results and kind of blaming themselves that I probably didn't do it right, or it's because I couldn't afford that product. Absolutely not. That's garbage. It's rubbish. But what I always want to emphasize is my hair, as much as it's 4C low porosity hair, is not going to be like your 4C low porosity hair. The products that I use are probably not going to react on your hair the same way that they react on my hair, and it's fine, because the natural hair journey is exactly that, a journey of exploring and transforming and improving and evolving. Don't let anyone take your journey away from you, okay? And that's the reason why I decided to do this video, is because I want to emancipate you. I want to emancipate your mind and make you see the truth. It's so hard to do this video without getting into trouble or stepping on the wrong toes or upsetting a few people. This is my truth anyway. Yeah, this is my truth, and with 8 years natural hair experience, I do feel as though I should have a voice and a platform. At the end of the day, it is my channel, so I should be able to say whatever I want to say. So, okay, let's start. Let's start. Myth number 1. So myth number 1, and guys, hear me properly, and with all of these myths, hear me properly, because some of them are incredibly controversial, okay? So the first thing that I have down is this myth of you need to moisturize your hair. It is a real thing where you can end up over moisturizing, over saturating your hair strand and actually damaging it. You actually could cause some moisture damage to your hair strands when you overly saturate and you over moisturize your hair when there is no need. The actual term for when your hair gets moisture damaged or water damage is hygral fatigue. And that's essentially when your hair gets so damp that you're putting in too much moisture than it can expel. The water gets logged into your hair strands and your hair starts to feel limp and mushy, almost like when you dye your hair kind of, and it clumps together. It doesn't bounce back anymore. I don't want to say you lose your curl pattern, but it's just very limp and lifeless. I've had hygral fatigue before. I remember when I started off back in 2012 when I was a naturalista, I used to deep condition my hair so many times and I'd sleep with it. Some days I put my deep conditioner in for multiple days because I wanted to put that moisture in. Because I have low porosity hair, my follicles are very tight together. They're not open. So it's hard for moisture to penetrate my hair strand. You don't want to overly saturate your hair. I know that some people preach, moisturize your hair every single day, blah, 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 blah. My question is, does your hair need the moisture? Does your hair feel dry? If it does feel dry, yes, then 100% moisturize your hair. But also when you're manipulating your hair every single day, sis, and you want to grow it, I'm not sure that's the best thing for you to do. So I'm going to leave that first one there. Controversial enough start. Don't come for me. I will delete your mean comments, I promise you. And the reason why I'll delete them is because I'm trying to help people on my channel, and I'm trying to remove or expel all of the BS that exists in the natural hair community. Hey, I'm off to a rough start. Okay, myth number 2, guys. Myth number 2 is just because it's expensive doesn't mean it works. Doesn't mean it works. I think the one thing that always helps me or stems as a guide is the ingredients list. If you're a natural hair person or you're transitioning or you are interested in growing your natural hair, the one thing I can say to you is get familiar with the ingredients list of products. And I've actually said this before in one of my videos when I was reviewing the Sheer or Shea Moisture Deep Conditioning treatment or mask. I basically refer to the ingredients list to validate whether or not it will work the way that it claims it will work. So get familiar with the ingredients list and make sure that you're not being BS'd, because if a cheaper product can do it and do it more effectively, I highly recommend you go with the cheaper product. An area that I still do this in, and even though sometimes I've deviated and bought really expensive products and haven't really seen the results of that incremental price, I really have stuck true to it when it comes to oils. If I have to use avocado oil in my hair, or if I have to use coconut oil, which I don't use, I don't like coconut oil, my hair doesn't like it, or if I have to use castor oil or Jamaican black castor oil, I buy it as 100% pure oil. I'm very averse to buying the blend, because the thing for me is sometimes the blend is more expensive and the bottle is cheaper. Sometimes the bottle is more credible, and I mean the one with 100% of that oil. It's more credible because you actually get what you're paying for, and there aren't like fillers or like additional products or ingredients that you did not ask for or you do not want. So get familiar with ingredients and only use the ingredients that your hair responds to. And also, guys, I feel like sometimes we forget this, right? Like a lot of people who are on YouTube, unfortunately we have to say, are sponsored. So be very, very, very careful. Sometimes you'll find a natural hair influencer, right? They'll show you what their routine is. They'll really highly endorse a specific product, and in subsequent videos or in subsequent Instagram interactions, you never see the product again. Sometimes when you inquire about that product, people don't respond to you, they're quiet because they don't want to say anything mean or nasty about a brand. And crazy story, I said something about a specific brand and I really feel like they hate me now. But to be honest, if a product doesn't work for my hair, I'm not going to come onto my channel and be like, oh guys, it really moisturizes, it really is deeply penetrating into my hair strand, when it isn't. If it's BS for my hair, it's BS for my hair. And I do put out a disclaimer and I say sometimes the product won't work for me and it will work for you. I don't say completely, guys, don't buy this. I'm just telling you guys it didn't work for me. I don't understand why I must lie, especially because you're not even paying me. Why must I lie about your product? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, sis. Let's keep it moving. Anyway, so yeah, be very, very careful about people who are sponsored and they do a lot of like product switching. And this is very different to like product junkies. Like I would say I'm a product junkie in its purest form. Like I love the acquisition and the utilization of many different products. But that's just because I'm just a very curious person naturally. So I want to try everything that I can possibly try to give my hair the best treatment that I can. That's very, very different to people who are like, oh, this is my holy grail. I've only been using it for 4 days, guys, but it works. There's nothing that you can say is a holy grail that you've only been using for your hair for 4 days or even a week or 2 weeks that you can say, yeah, no, this actually works, it's my holy grail. No, that's BS. A holy grail is a thing that you've actually seen it transform your hair over a long period of time. A month minimum, guys. Because remember, our hair on average grows 1,53 whatever centimeters every single month on average. Some people grow more, some people grow less. But on average, if you're having 1 centimeter growth, sis, how can you tell me that this product has grown your hair? And speaking of products that grow your hair, that is the next myth that I want to dispel, guys. Products do not grow hair. Products don't grow hair. And I said this in my last Q&A video. Someone sent through a question asking me which products have I seen impact hair growth. I can say right now with confidence, and I know a lot of people will back me, products don't grow hair. If people have been punting the fact that a product grows their hair, it is a myth. It is a lie. Banamanga. It will not grow your hair. Maybe it will make your hair look thicker. Maybe it will make your hair healthier. But when it comes to hair length, sis, I'm going to give you the tea yet again on my channel. there are two things: your diet, what you eat, what you ingest, and genetics. Products can aid, but I wouldn't 100% balls to the wall go and say there's a product that makes your hair grow. The one product, there's actually two things I've said that I've personally seen help with hair growth. But then again, remember, as I mentioned, my hair grows thick and it does grow faster than average, I can say. So I'm putting out those two disclaimers before I even say these two products. But it is rice water and it is Jamaican black castor oil. Not just regular castor oil, Jamaican black castor oil. That really makes your hair super, super thick. It moisturizes your hair as well. And rice water helps with hair length. I don't know how. I'm not a chemist, I'm not a scientist, so I can't really sit down and break it down for you, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who have put out videos explaining why or how rice water grows hair. Check those videos out. Maybe one day I'll be bothered enough to do research and I'll have that video for you, but right now I don't have it. Okay, so the next myth, oh my gosh, like natural hair Nazis, just they have a special place. It's not even in my heart, but in my mind. I keep them in my mind because I'm just like, why are you guys doing this to people? So like the thing is, natural hair Nazis instill so much fear in people who are new to the natural hair community. You guys like panic. Like when I had in the other video, the Q&A video, when someone asked me if they can use hair food, of course, like now that I think about it, my response I think was very weak. I said yes, you can, and I mentioned how you must like clean your scalp like every other product that you use, but I want to like 100% endorse any product that works for your hair. If you have put a product on your hair and it hasn't been natural hair Nazi approved and it works for you, if a routine works for you and you haven't seen it from like your cult's favorite natural hair influencers, then stick to it, babe. Like it works for you, your hair loves it. Sometimes, not sometimes, always, your natural hair journey is personal. And yeah, just trust your instincts, like trust yourself when it comes to your hair. So yeah, then this brings me to my next myth. I don't even know what number I'm on. I hope I end off on like an even number, like 10 or 11, or I'll have to like cut some things out. But anyway, the next myth that I want to dispel is you may not use heat. I think it's insane. Before I big chopped my hair in December, shame guys, and it was so small. Sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, what have I done? But it's growing very nicely now. So anyway, yeah, before I big chopped, I used to apply heat on my hair. The only reason why I am against people with natural hair using heat is because if it is used the wrong way and you don't protect your hair, you can damage your hair. However, if you have low porosity hair, heat is like the best thing you can do for your hair. And I don't mean dry heat. Like what I mean is like body heat. Like if for example you're deep conditioning, as a low porosity hair person, you 100% want to be activating that moisture into your hair strands and follicles with heat. Whether you're putting a doek on like I do and you just pack on whatever you cover your hair with so that you can have heat, then do that. If you have a steamer, steam your hair. You know, that's heat. If you have one of those air dryers that you put over, I don't know what they call it, then use that. But that's when I can say like heat is good. So when natural hair Nazis go, don't use heat, throw away hair dryers, no, wash your hair with freezing cold water. Guys, no, please. Can people stop boring us? Honestly, people must just stop. Okay, so another myth. Oh, guys, and bear with me with this one, okay? Another myth is around shrinkage. Like a lot of natural people are like, oh, shrinkage is good, sis. It tells you that your hair is so healthy and all of that good stuff. Okay, cool. Great, we get it. So shrinkage is great because it indicates, number one, your hair is elastic. You don't have heat damage. You don't have water damage or moisture damage in your hair, and that's fantastic. However, if you think about it logically, when is your hair at its shortest? When it is completely dry, right? And when your hair is completely dry, so let's pretend this is your coil, right? It's this long. You moisturize, seal it, blah, 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 all the good stuff, okay? As the days go by, how? When you do your twist out, it looks like this, right? Next day, how? Looks like this, right? Last day, how? And then people start asking you, did you get a haircut? Okay, that's essentially when you've reached the final ultimate level of shrinkage. And essentially, like, I want us to think through this. When your hair shrinks, the coil kind of contracts or retracts or recoils, whatever you want to call it. But the shorter your hair strand, or the more coiled or the more compressed that coil is, the higher the likelihood of your hair getting tangled. Irrespective of whether you've detangled it before, when your hair shrinks back to its most natural state, it will tangle with other strands. That's why when we undo a twist out, you can't put a comb right through and comb. There's no way you can do that, because your hair has done what? It's gone and it's tangled and it's knotted and whatever. Anyway, I'm saying all of that to basically say this one thing. When your hair shrinks, it also tangles, which increases the likelihood of your hair breaking. And when your hair shrinks, it means that your hair is getting drier and drier as the days go by. That's why it's getting shorter and shorter. So shrinkage is not always an indicator of, oh my gosh, my hair is popping. It depends on what context you're looking at the shrinkage. Got it? Good. And then I hate this one, and I'm gonna close off my video here because this one just takes a cup. You know, people tell you to trim your hair every 2 months, guys. Out of respect, I won't say what's in my heart about this myth, but let's address it. So people address and they say, okay, cut your hair every 2 months. As I'd mentioned during the course of this video, your hair grows 1.5 centimeters every single month on average. If you are cutting your hair every 2 months, essentially your hair would have grown what? 3 centimeters. You're cutting your growth, you're cutting your length. Don't do that, sis. The only time I recommend that people cut their hair is if they see that their hair needs cutting. Like if you've got split ends, you will cut your hair to prevent that split end from traveling up your hair shaft and damaging your hair shaft or your hair strand further. Otherwise, don't have a routine of every 2 months I cut my hair. If there's no need, then don't cut it. Like, you know what? I'm not going to call people out, but please don't tell me to cut my hair. I know when I must cut my hair. And I want you guys to have the same confidence as me when it comes to natural hair care. I know my hair. No one can come to me and tell me, sis, I think that No. And probably if you're telling me something, I've already noticed it and I'm addressing it about my hair, okay? But don't let people tell you what to do with your hair if there's no need. Like if someone's goal is to grow their hair and have long hair, then don't tell them to cut their hair every 2 months, because their hair is not going to grow. The only exception I can say, cut your hair, is if you've got like heat damage or your hair's like severely damaged, but then again, that won't be a every 2 month thing. So I hope that dispels that myth, and I hope you guys understand. I don't want to dwell too much on it. Positivity, light, enlightenment, that's all I want on this channel. But yeah, that's that on that. Okay guys, so I'm going to end off here on this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Meet me in the comments down below. I'm ready for all of the debates. I'm ready for all of the logical arguments. Come at me, but be nice and be respectful. Okay guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, ciao for now.